Happy Canada Day, everyone. Welcome to the Canada Day 2019 Team Canada Juniors Team Challenge between myself and Freedomsufferer cards. So this will be an epic battle where we are both opening 7 packs of 2019 Team Canada Juniors, and we're going to construct our best teams regular lineup, and the viewers should watch both videos, mine and Freedomsufferer cards, and you should tell us if these two teams played a game against each other, who would win. So here's the box, 2019 Team Canada Juniors. It's already been opened because 7 packs have been sent to Freedomsufferer cards. And 1 pack has also been saved for loose pack battle later because it came with 15 packs, but we wanted it to be fair. So 7 packs each. So here's what we're going to be looking for with the team. So we need to make a regular team. So ideally, we will get enough cards to be able to have a goalie, 2 wingers, a center, and 2 defense. So we want to make a regular team. If we don't get players for every position, you can play someone out of position. So if we're unfortunate and don't get a goalie, we can play a defenseman as a goalie. But clearly, that's not what we want to do. Also, this is a mix of the male and female members of Team Canada. So we also want to have a mix so that each team should have at least 1 female player unless you don't draw a female player. And at least a good thing is that the female players that make this set are all like superstar players. They're not unknown prospects. So you stick them in there, they're going to give you a good effort and they're going to be a skilled player. Also, there are legend cards in here, cards like Wayne Gretzky. And we agreed if you pull a legend, you can put them on your team. So clearly we'll be looking to try to pull some of those. And then, of course, there are fancy cards and hits. In the box in general, there are 4 autos or mems, including 1 premium auto patch. So we don't know where those are. One might be in the pack that was pulled for later, or they could be split up between the 2 sides. But again, we're not judging those for the winner. So if somebody has an auto, it's still that player. So we're looking at the overall team concept to decide who's going to win. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on the rules. So again, you want to see what teams we make and which team do you think will win. So super excited for this. This is a really hard to find product. I actually was able to order this from Canada, and I actually got a pretty good price, so I was very excited. All of these packs are thick, so it's just definitely hard to tell what might be the best pack. But really, really cool. So let's see who we can pull. So as usual, I like to cut the packs. Just not big on ripping them. But let's see. Can open up here. So as usual, I have Decoy Green Legs here helping me. So Green Legs is working for both sides apparently. It's going to help Freedomsufferer cards, and the Decoy version is going to help me. So let's see who we can pull. So first card is Jonathan Lemieux. So forgive me if I'm not great on pronunciation of some of the names. Freedomsufferer probably knows them better than I do, but we'll see. So we know at least now we do have a goalie. So we'll set that out as a possible goalie. Wow, another goalie. So we've got a Curtis Joseph goalie. So I'm going to sort them by position, and then I'm going to look at the positions and decide who I'm going to start. So now we have a numbered card, Julian Saulnier. This is one of the female players, and she is numbered 49 out of 250, and she is a winger. So also, I didn't mention we're not going left and right on wingers and defense because there's not a huge amount of cards overall, and it just would risk that we wouldn't be able to have enough cards for each position. Next card, oh, Joe Sakic, forward. So this is labeled alumni, but clearly a Legends card. So yeah, this looking like a formidable possible team already. We've got another from the women's team, Laura Fortino, on the defense. So we're going to have to go through and try to figure out who we're going to have on the D. And then we've got Decoy. So yeah, very good first pack there. I think these are going to be super formidable teams that we're able to put together here. All right, next pack. Matthew Robertson on the defense. Put that one there. Oh, we got a jersey card. Mikhail Vukovic. Really struggling with that name. But we've got a little bit of a jersey there. Another defense. Going to be hard to decide on those defense so far. And then another D. Well, this is a good prospect for sure for the Ducks. Jamie Drysdale. We're actually now playing for the Ducks. So we put Drysdale there. And Decoy. Next pack. These cards are always so beautiful, the Team Canada cards. I haven't ever opened this year before. Alright, next card. Samuel Poulin, forward. Put that in the forward pile. Next card. Emerance Mashmeyer. I feel like I've heard of this name. Goal. You know, a lot of goalies, actually. Ian Scott, goalie. Program of Excellence. Wow, that's a sharp-looking foilie. Nice foilie there. Very cool. Getting so many goalies. Next, Emily Clark. Certainly a well-known name on the women's side. So she is a forward. I'll put her in the forward pile. And last card this pack, another Ian Scott. So we've got two different pictures of Ian Scott there on the goalie. Okay, next up. Shane Corson. Definitely heard that name. Alumni player. So forward. Laura Stacy, forward for the women's team. So it's good we're getting a lot of the women players that we can pick from. Mark Recchi, forward. So getting also a lot of alumni players. And Dirk Graham, forward. Wow. This is going to be tough to decide for sure. And, oh wow, this is a fancy card. This is the RPA Nolan Mater, goalie. I'm going to have to look up about this guy. 74 out of 199. So in the 2019 World Championships, 3 games played, 2 won, 1 loss. Goals against 2.87, save percentage 926. And not too much more. So, wow, RPA. And another goalie. This is a big time goalie box here, or this side of it. I hope FreedomSufferer doesn't end up not getting goalies because I'm getting so many over here. right, next pack. Oh, wow, Aguila Fleur. This is crazy on these alumni legend players. Blair Turnbull from the women. Ryan Suzuki. Getting another Suzuki here. And another forward. Natalie Spooner, forward. And Michael DiPietro, goalie. So, goalie mojo, continuing. All right, next up. Jamie Lee Rattari? Women. Some of these names are hard to read. Forward. Philip Tomasino, forward. Joseph Volano. I actually pulled him out of the 2020 Canada Juniors. Forward. Program of Excellence. And Steve Yzerman. Wow. All kinds of alumni here. And one more card. Jan Washkarek from the women's team, or no, from the men's team, Canada Juniors. Not familiar with that player. All right, one pack left. Thomas Harley, now with the Dallas Stars on the D. Graham Clark, forward. A lot of forwards. Nathan Laguerre, numbered card. 207 out of, no. Yeah, 207 out of 2. I think it's 250. Forward. Dylan Cozens, now with Buffalo, forward. And the last card, this guy again, whose name I struggle with, on the D. So it actually looks like we don't get centers. So I guess we have to have 3 forwards, and there's a whole lot to choose from here. I've got to have 2 D, and I think there was a duplicate, so I've got 5 players to choose from on the D, and then on goalies, 1, 2, that's a duplicate, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 players to choose from on the goal, and of course I have to have a female player. So I'm going to pause the video for a bit, because I've got to think about this, and I'll come back and show you the team that I pick out. Okay, I'm back. I've done some research, and I'm ready to unveil my team. So I was very systematic, and I looked at the stats for all of the players, some of which are more known names, but I just really wanted to see what they put up. So for goalie, DiPietro has 2 NHL games and a goals against average around .910. Ian Scott has not played in the NHL. Goal against average is mostly under 900. Meyer has not played in the NHL. His goal against average is also usually under 900. Cujo, I was a little surprised because you would think he would be the automatic choice. But his overall goal against average is around 906. And I decided to go with female goalie, Emrys Mashmeyer. Her overall stats are absolutely phenomenal. Career goal against average around 943. There's been years where she actually put up 1,000, where she didn't even allow a goal. She's definitely big, strong force at goalie, and I think she is going to play really well for my team. So she's going to be the goalie. On defense, I looked through the defenders that I drew, and Volkovec is in the AHL. His plus minus is okay, but he's not a really very big scorer, and of course he has not played in the NHL. Matt Robertson is in the WHL, and he's an okay scorer. I wouldn't say prolific, but okay. Plus minus is also decent, but again, a very unproven guy. I had Laura Fortina, female player. Her career plus minus is kind of erratic. She's had years where she was phenomenal and other years not so good. Of course, some of that does depend on your team. She's also around a point a game scorer, so I definitely gave her consideration. But I did decide to go with these two young NHL players. So I'm going with Thomas Harley of the Dallas Stars and Jamie Drysdale of the Anaheim Ducks. So Harley, last year his plus minus was -3, but again, Dallas did not have a great year. He's a good goal scorer, especially when he was in the Ontario Hockey League. So I think he's a good choice. And then Drysdale, he's not played a lot of games. Well, I guess he's played, 20-some games. His plus minus was not good, but the Ducks had a very rough year. And he has scored 8 points in the NHL, but he's super fast, skilled skater. And I think he's going to put up a lot of points. And I think he's going to be a star in the league. So those are the D that we're going with, Harley and Drysdale. And the forwards were actually very easy. I drew 5 alumni players, 3 of these being all-time legendary players. But just to be fair, I did check their stats. So Shane Corson played 1,156 NHL games and put up 693 points. Dirk Graham played 772 NHL games and put up 489 points. So they were considerably lower than the 3 that I ended up choosing. So the 3 alumni legendary players that are going to be skating at forward and scoring tons and tons of goals and probably winning this are Steve Yzerman, Joe Sakic, and of course Mr. Canada himself, Guy Lafleur. You have to have him on Canadian team. So their stats. So Guy Lafleur actually played the least amount of games, even though it seems like he played forever. 1,126 games played and 1,353 points per game. So those are really phenomenal numbers. But even better numbers put up by the other 2. So Joe Sakic played 1,378 games and put up 1,641 goals. And the most prolific is Steve Yzerman, played 1,514 games and put up a whopping 1,755 goals. So I think he could put in a few more for my team. So maybe we should move them this way. So this is the team: Maschmeyer, Lafleur, Sakic, Yzerman, Drysdale, and Harley. And then these 3 can kind of interchange positions because we didn't do left-right, and no one is actually labeled as a center in this product. So we have 3 forwards. So is this team, if we put them on the ice, would they beat Freedom Sufferer Cards team? So you got to go in the comments on both videos and tell us what do you think. Who would win? So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing your comments. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.